Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Ashish here, and today I'll be covering the Sudoku variant called Thermo Sudoku. Now this Sudoku is constructed by Malrog, and I really thank the author for giving me an opportunity to cover a video on our channel. So seeing this Sudoku, I was really attracted by the design of this Sudoku. So very minimal thermos used here, and it is quite symmetric. If you see here, just a few cells that are extra in one of the thermos, right, and all other things are symmetric. So I really was attracted and fascinated by the design of this Sudoku, so I thought of covering a video on this one. So I really thank the author for such a wonderful Sudoku. Let's see if you are able to crack this one or not. And before going to the Sudoku, I would highly recommend you to please subscribe to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles if you haven't done so. It will really motivate us to cover videos on daily basis. And if at all you have a request for any Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, do let us know in the comment below and we'll surely make a video on it. And now coming back to this Sudoku, so Thermo Sudoku rules apply. You need to place digits from 1 to 9 in each row, each column, and 3 into 3 box without repetition. And apart from that, digits along each thermometer are strictly increasing from its bulb to the flat end, right? So from here to here the digits would have to strictly increase. So very simple rules, and with that we'll start solving this Sudoku. So the first thing that I usually do in Thermo Sudoku is mark the possibilities of the digits from on the thermo cell if they are bigger thermos, right? So if at all I have bigger thermos, I will do this thing, right? So these are the possibilities that can have in this thermo, right? So if at all it can have only 1 or 2, 2 or 3, 3 or 4. You cannot have a 3 here. The moment you have a 3 here, it would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you will have nothing here, right? So that is what I usually do here. Like easy thing here is marking all the possibilities here same way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so these are the possibilities that are in this thermos. So that I have already done here. And what else can we do here? Okay, yeah. So box 3 has a 2, 3, 4 triplet here. That's nice. So the moment you get one this thing here, you get a 5 here and a 1 here, right? That gives you 6, 7, 8 and 9. That's nice. Okay, that eliminates 6 from this cell, 7 from this cell. Okay, so 2, 3 and 4 here in these cells. And where can a 9 be in box 2? So 9 would have to be in one of these 3 cells, right? I'll use the corner pencil marks for 9 here. That gives you 9 in one of these 2 cells, 9 in one of these 3 cells. That eliminates 9 from this cell. 9 can be anywhere here, anywhere here as well. Okay, so 9 would have to be in one of these 2 cells, right? Because 9 cannot be in any of these 5 cells, 9 cannot be in these 2 cells, so 9 can be here. So which means 9 would have to be here. That gives you a 9 here, right? Okay. Okay, what else are we missing with the 9s? No. Okay, let us see what else can we get from other thermos, because this looks quite restrictive here. There's nothing much we can get from this. Let's go on with the other thermos now. So yeah, one would have to be in one of these three cells only, and same way one would have to be in one of these two cells, right? So that gives you one in one of these three cells, one would have to be in one of these three cells, so that's remove one from this cell. Okay, one cannot be here because the one's here and here. You cannot have one in any of these cells, so this would have to be a 1. That gives you a 1 here. That's nice. Okay, that gives you one in one of these two cells, and one can only be in one of these three cells, so that removes one from this cell and you get a 1 here. So I think so it's all about finding the ones here. Okay, we have found the 1. This cell can be 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, if you have a 5 here, the next digit can only be 9. So you can have 4, 5 and 9. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5 and 4, 5 and 9. Yeah, that's nice. So 6, 7, 8 are not possible here, so that actually gives us very few possibilities on the thermo cell, this thermo stem I mean. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so these are the possibilities here. I cannot have a 5 here because 5, 4, 3 and 2. No, that is possible. Okay, I cannot have a 3 here. No, 3 is still possible here. I cannot have a 4 here actually. So 4, 3 and 2. That will remove all the possibilities of this cell. So this can only be 5 or a 9. Okay. Five, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so this cell cannot be a 4 because that will remove all the possibilities of this cell. 4, 3 and 2. If you have a 4 here, this would have to be 3, this would have to be 2. Right, so you all remove all the possibilities of this cell, so this cell cannot be a 4. That removes 5 from this cell. Now this cell cannot be a 5. So 5, 6, 7 and 8, that removes all the possibilities of these cells. 5, 6 and 7. So this cell cannot be a 5. Okay, seems to be a really difficult one. But let us see. It's quite difficult here to see what logic is possible here, because A7 and these two. Okay, let us write the possibilities of these cells now. So 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6, 7, 4, 6, 7, 8 and 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so these are the possibilities of these cells, and you cannot have a 6 here. That will remove all the possibilities of this cell. So 6 and 7 will be here then. Okay, nine, 7 is possible here. 3, 4, 5 and 9. I see that. So if you have a 4 here, that's a really good logic. I'm not sure if that's the intended solve path, but if you have a 4 here, that would be 5 and 9. Where can you place this digit in this box? Okay, so in easy words, if I say whatever digit you have here would have to be in one of these two cells, right? So if you have a 2 here, this would have to be a 2, because that will eliminate 2 from these cells. There is no 2 here and there is no 2 possibilities here. So if you have a 2 here, you will have a 2 here. If you have a 3 here, you will have a 3 in one of these two cells. So what happens if I have a 4 here? That would be 4, 5 and 9. There will be no digit possible in this box, wherever whatever you have here, right? So which means this cell cannot be a 4. That's not helping us. Same thing can be here, or maybe no, because you don't have digits here, so that is quite difficult for us to get that. But I am getting one more thing here is, okay, there is only one digit possible here, guys. There is only one digit possible here, and it cannot be 5 or 6. Okay, 4. Yeah, that's awesome. That is only one digit pot. That's an excellent logic. So you can only have an 8 here, because what happens here is, so let me say you what happens here. What happens if you have a 5 here? There will be digits lesser than 5 in these 3 cells, right? So let us assume you have 2, 3, 4 and 5. Of course, that are the only possibilities here. You have a 2, 3. If you have a 5 here, you will have 2, 3, 4 and 5. Where can you have these 4 digits in this box now? You have only 3 cells remaining in this box for 2, 3, 4 and 5, because these cells are 7, 8 and 9 possibilities. So 2, 3, 4 and 5, 4 digits you need to place in these 3 cells. So this cell cannot be a 5. This cell cannot be a 6 as well, because you will have these 3 digits lesser than 6. So let us assume you have 2, 3, 5 and 6 or anything. But all these 4 digits cannot be placed in these 3 cells, because there is no 6 possibility in these 3 cells. So this cell cannot be a 6. And this cell would have to be an 8 now. That's nice. So that gives you a 9 here. That gives you a 5 here and removes 9 from this cell. That removes 5 from this cell. So you have a 3, 4 pair here, and that gives you a 2 here. That's awesome. Okay. So if you see here, where can you have a 9 in column 7? You cannot have 9 in these two cells. You cannot have 9 anywhere here, anywhere here. 9 would have to be in one of these two cells. 9 cannot be here. So this cell would have to be a 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 6, 7 and 8. So this cell cannot be a 6 now, because 6, 7 and 8 would be the possibility, and there cannot be anything here. Okay. Okay, because of the 9 and 8 here, where can you have 9 and 8 in row 1? You can only have 9 here and 8 here. Sorry, 8 here. That removes 8 from this cell, 7 from this cell, 6 from this cell. And you get a 9 here. Okay. Now this seems to be a quite approachable. It's a really excellent Sudoku. Even with bigger thermos, you have 4 bigger thermos here, but still this Sudoku is a really difficult one, but a really logical one. I'm really enjoying the logic behind this Sudoku for now. Okay, so 8 would have to be in one of these two cells, right? 8 can be anywhere in these 4 cells. 3, 4 and 1 and 9 would have to be in one of these 3 cells, right? So 9 would have to be in one of these two cells and 1 can be in any of these three cells. So whatever 3 digits you have here would have to be here in these 3 cells, right? Six, 7 and 8, 5, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 cannot be here, of course cannot be here. If you have an 8 here, this would have to be a 9, so there is only one possibility for an 8 here. That removes 8 from this cell, 7 from this cell. Okay. So this 8 would give you an 8 in one of these two cells, right? And that gives you an 8 here. Okay. That removes 8 from this cell and this cell would have to be an 8. What can this cell be? It can be 7, cannot be 6, 5, can be 4, can be 3. If you have a 3 here, this would be 2, this would be 1. Okay, still possible? 3, 2 and 1 is possible, yeah. So 3, 4 and 7, right? Okay, where can you have 1 in this column here? You cannot have 1 in any of these cells. So this cell would have to be a 1. That removes 1 from this cell, okay? 7 cannot be here, 7 cannot be here. If you have a 7 here, this would have to be a 9, possible. Four. This cell would have to be an 8. Okay, so this is 4, 5, 6 and 7. You cannot have anything here. Or in the other words, let me see. If you have a 4 here, all the 3 digits 1, 2, 3 and would have to be in these two cells. Of course. So easier way to, there are two ways to see this. So if you have a 4 here, 5, 6 and 7, you cannot have anything here. That is the better version actually. So this cell cannot be a 4. It's really an excellent Sudoku, guys. At every point of time you are getting some or the other logic and different logic. Not the same usual logic in Thermo Sudokus. It is really different. So now this cell cannot be a 3 because this cell would have to be 2 and this cell cannot be anything. So this is not a 3. You get a 4, 7 here. And which means you get a 4, 5, 6, 7 quadruplet here in this column. 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7 quadruplet here. So this cell would have to be 2, 3. Hidden pair of 2 and 3 here in these two cells. Okay. This is really mind blowing. Okay, what can you have here? You can have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6 and 7. Right? These are the possibilities here. In this column, 5 is subjected to only these two cells. You cannot have 5 in these cells. So 5 is only possible in these 3 cells. These 2 cells, so this cell cannot be a 5. So you have a pointing of 5 in these 2 cells, right? You cannot have a 5 here. You cannot have a 5 in these cells. So you have 3 cells remaining for 5. these three cells, right? Nothing much with that. This is really mind-blowing construction, guys. Mind-blowing. So let us write the possibilities on this thermo as well. Why are we leaving this for now? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is not possible. 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 9. 6 is also possible. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 9. Okay, so there might be if this is a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 are possible. Okay, okay, this is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay. Okay. That's quite amusing to see. So if you have a 4 here, this is a 5, 6 and 7, you cannot have anything here. If you have a 4 here, this tends to be a 7 and you cannot have anything here. So this cell cannot be a 4. That gives you a 2, 3 pair here. So that removes 3 from this cell, 4 from this cell, 5 from this cell. Come on. No. 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this cell cannot be a 5 because that will give you a 4 here, and this cell cannot be anything. So this is not a 5, 6, 7 and 7 and 9. Okay, this is really a difficult one. A good one, I would say. So 7 is possible in these 3 cells. These cells are 6, 7 and 8. Let us write that here because quite confused with the logic used here. Come on. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Seven is in one of these 2 cells in this row, and 7 is in one of these 2 cells in this row. You have a skyscraper of 7 here. That will make us remove 7 from these 2 cells and this cell. Okay, so let us see where can 7 be in these. 7 is possible in these 2 cells in this row. 7 is possible in these 2 cells in this row, right? You cannot have a 7 here, and none of these cells can have 7. So which means this cell cannot be a 7 now, right? That's nice. So that can be used here. So this cell cannot be a 7. That removes 6 from this cell, 5 from this cell. You have a 2, 3, 4, 5 quadruplet here. That should give you 6, 7 pairs here. So this removes 5 from this cell. You have a 6, 7 pair. That actually gives you a 5 here, because we have already deduced that 5 was in one of these 3 cells. There is no way 5 is possible in this row now, because 5 is subjected to these 2 cells in this box. So you cannot have a 5 here. There is no 5 here in these 3 cells. So 5 would have to be here now. Six, 7, right? So this cell cannot be a 4. You get a 2, 3 pair here. That was easy to see previously itself. 2, 3 pair. Four, 3, 2, 5. Okay. This cell cannot be a 6, because that will tend to make this as 7, and you cannot have anything here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So 4, 5. No. 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, 3, 4. So this would have to be 2. That gives you 3, 2, 3. No. Let us see where all we have 2, 3 pairs here. A, B, A, B. Cannot have a 2 and 3 here. So A, B, A, B. Okay, no, of course. Okay, come on guys, this is a really excellent one, but we are surely missing something here in this one. This is 6, this is 7. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Seven is in one of these 2 cells, right? And 7 is in one of these cells. Oh, so this cell cannot be a 5. No. Come on guys, what are we missing here? 4, 3, 2, 5. Okay, 7 is in one of these 3 cells, right? Okay, that should remove 7 from this cell. 7 is in one of these 2 cells. 7, 6, 9. Come on, now what are we missing here? This should be possible now, because we are missing surely something. 1 2 is in possible in these two cells, right? 3 in these three cells. 5 cannot be here. Okay, no, 8 cannot be here. 8 would have to be in one of these two cells. Come on. Three, four, four, five, six, 7. Okay, sorry. So this cell cannot be an 8, because of the 8 here you have a 6, 7 pair here, which means 7 cannot be in any of these cells now. So this cell would have to be a 7. That gives you a 9 here. That gives you a 9 here. Right? Okay. And that removes 1 from this cell. This cell becomes a 1. This cell gets to be a 1. Okay. So this cell is a 3, 4 now. 3, 4 pair. 2, 3, 4 and 7. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let us write that here. So which means 2 would have to be in one of these two cells, because 2 cannot be here, 2 cannot be here. 2 would have to be in one of these two cells. So that removes 2 from this cell. This cell is a 3, 2, 2 and a 3 here. That removes 3 from this cell, 4 from this cell, and which means this cell, this column would have a 2 here now. That should be easy now, because that gives you a 1 here and an 8 here. And this is 4, 5, 6, 7 quadruplet here. Okay. That removes 1 from this cell. This cell would have to be a 1. 3, 4 and 5 and 6. 3 is here, 4, 5 and 6. 7 cannot be here. 7 cannot be here. So the only possible place for 7 in column 6 is this cell. That removes 7 from these cells. So 7 cannot be in any of these cells. So this cell would have to be a 7 now. That gives you 6, 7, 7. 7 is removed from here. 4, 5, 6 triplet here. So that gives you a 3 here. That removes 3 from this cell. 4, 5 and 5 and 6. So this cell cannot be a 5. This cell cannot be a 4. You already have a 3 here, so that would be 2. This is 4. That removes 4 from this cell. 5 and 6. That gives you a 4 here. Cannot be a 4 here. Cannot be a 4 here. 3, 4 pair here, so that removes 4 from this cell. So these two cells are 5 and 6. 5, 6 pair here. So this cell is a 4 now. That gives you 5, 6 and 7. That gives you 5 and 6. Okay. Now this is going somewhere. This is getting completed. 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6 in these two cells, right? Okay. So this 2 here, nothing with the 2. This cell cannot be an 8. Three, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, let us write here. Yeah. So 2, 3 and 4. 6 cannot be here. So 2, 6 and 7. 6 cannot. 6 and 7 is not possible here. So this cell would have to be 2. This cell is a 6 and 7 here. That 2 removes 2 from this cell would have to be a 2, that gives you a 3 here. Removes 3 from these two cells, 2 is also removed from here, so this cell would have to be a 4, 3 and 2. That 3 gives you a 4 and a 3 here, that gives you a 3 here. That removes 3 from these cells, 4, 5, 5 and 6. So 4, 5 pair here, so that gives you a 3 here. Remove 6 from this cell would have to be 4 and a 5. You already have a 4 here, so that gives you a 5 here, 4 here. This should have to be a 6. This 4 gives you a 5 here and a 6 here. That gives you 7 here, 6 here, 8, 7, 6, 5 and 4, 5 here, 3 and 4 here. So this is 3, that is 4 here, and that gives you 2 and 4 and 8. So this is 6, 4 and 8 here. And with that we complete this gorgeous, excellent Sudoku by Malrog. What a deserving Sudoku. I would appreciate this very much, because this was an excellent Sudoku. I really enjoyed solving this Sudoku. Really tough one. The directions were not simple. I'm not sure if I have solved using the intended solve path, but I would really love to know if you have any other way to solve this Sudoku easy in easy way, right? So I hope you enjoyed this Sudoku. Do like and comment if you want us to solve any other Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.